Remember, the YouTube ads feed the ducks. All right, everybody, we're going to try out my my modification here that I did for my roasting pan. I'll show you. It turned out, now this roasting pan has a grate that came with it. But the problem is that the grate is not tall enough to get off the bottom of the pan. So it turns out my little hangers that I made work perfect, and I put them diagonal to hold this rack in place. So it's about 2 inches, or yeah, roughly 2 inches off the bottom. So the drippings, the drippings should 90% should stay inside the pan because of the height of the pan. And a lot of people have mentioned when I showed my modification here on my pot or my roasting pan, that why don't I put a lid on it, or a Dutch oven, or something like that. Well, the problem is that when you cover duck, because it's so moist, what happens is the skin is mushy. It's really gross. I'm not a big fan of it. I like crunchy, crispy duck skin, and these ducks, because they're so lean, the skin is like potato chip crispy when you do it this way. So I haven't had this combination of spice that I'm doing today. I'll give you a little shot here. We've got onion powder, a little seasoning salt, black pepper, a little paprika, and I'm using Frank's Red Hot instead of Tabasco, just to make the bird sticky so that the spices stick to it. And I'm going to set the tripod up here, and I'll show you how I do it, and I wrap it with the tin foil and all that kind of neat stuff, and we'll put it in the pot, and you can get an idea of what this my modification on my roasting pan is going to work like. I think it's going to solve the problem, because before I was using a tray on the bottom and the splatter was just coating the inside of my oven. This has got to seriously cut down on the splatter. Okay, my helper's walking around the counter here. All right, the first thing we do when you're roasting ducks is you got to get the wingtips cut off. Now, because on duck, the wingtips have absolutely nothing on them. So everything is, I'm a bit struggling here because I'm still dealing with a gimp hand. Now these, the wingtips, what I end up doing is I just nuke them for about a minute, and then I give them to Doug, because he's really interested in what I'm doing right now, the smell, but he will not eat the duck. He won't touch it. He's not interested. I don't know what it is with it, but like right now he's right there. There he is. He's watching. He's my helper. But he won't eat this. But once I nuke it for about a minute, still my right hand is still, my finger is a little bit screwed up here. But hey, I just got my cast off on Friday, so I'm doing, I think, pretty good. Alright, so that's the first thing we get rid of, is that. Now, oh yes, I was at the grocery store and they had ducks. I could not believe it, guys. And I was tempted in buying one just to bring it home, to cook it, to do a comparison, but I didn't want to waste the 10 bucks. Poor little duck. It was this big. That's how big it was. It was like that big. I couldn't believe it, how small it was. Now this one, the leg got busted in the plucker. It got jammed in. This did not happen when we called it. This happened, long after the bird was dead. So now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some Frank's Red Hot sauce. Now this doesn't give any heat whatsoever to the bird. It's absolutely no heat whatsoever. It just gives a nice little pepper taste to the skin. The thing about using like this or Tabasco, actually this one's got a little bit of fat in the cavity, which I'm going to take out because there's enough fat actually underneath the skin of the bird as it is. That right there is just unnecessary. And that's it, really. Think about that. That's all the fat there was on the end of that bird. Really lean birds. I'm really, this year, considering that they were, a month older than last year's, they should have had a lot more fat on them, and they didn't. So I got a little bit of hot sauce on her. Now I like doing the spicing in a separate tray. I don't like doing it in the roasting pan, but the simple reason is because the drippings are already going to have enough spice from the outside of your bird. So you don't want to have all this excess spice in the bottom of your pan to contaminate your drippings, because you want to save your drippings Now seasoning salt, another one favorite I use is celery salt. Is one of actually my favorites, but I haven't had a seasoning salt in a long time. And this one doesn't want to shake. Stuff to stick on here. Now a lot of it falls right off. Now I love pepper. I'm a pepper nut, so I like putting lots of black pepper on because it really makes the crispy skin. Just that little extra taste to it. And a little bit of paprika. And this is how easy it is. You just do this and then you throw it in the oven. Well, we're not going to throw it in the oven yet. What we're going to do now is we're going to cover the wings. I pour some tin foil here. Always shiny side in. Put it inside the wing. Now, if you don't do this, what happens is the wings just burn off the bird. If you do this, you salvage the wings and you actually get a nice little snack out of the wings. Move that out of the way here. I'm a one-man camera show, so I don't know what I'm recording on the tripod because I'm looking down here in braille because I don't have my glasses on. As everybody knows, I'm a one-man show here that loves his food. I hate cooking for other people because they always whine about my spices. Alright, so now we do the neck. I do the neck also because it'll burn off. If you don't, another thing you can do, actually what I'll do this time is I'm going to cut the neck off and stick it inside. Because we're in the roasting pan, I just realized this, we got a slight problem, is before my trays, the neck could hang out, but because of the roasting pan, and I just realized this because this is my first time using my roasting pan, that I've got a technical difficulty, as in my bird is going to be too long. So what we're going to do is we're going to sever the neck here. When you're using a knife that's sharp, you try not to cut towards yourself. Oh, it's tricky bending with this hand. Still with this hand I can't use all the force on it yet. Alright, I'm struggling. I didn't plan this out on the video, but this is reality TV, so a reality, not much scripted here. Oh, man. I'm trying to bend with my thumbs, because I only have 3 good fingers in this hand right now. I'm getting my physiotherapy right now with a really sharp knife. Oh my God. There. Okay. Trick of cutting there inside of the neck is getting inside each vertebrae of the spinal column on the neck. So we'll just stick that right inside. Duck can have that later. It can cook up inside. I don't have to worry about it because I just, like I said, I just realized that the my roasting pan is not long enough. It's not like my tray. My tray can handle the necks hanging at the end. So, all right. So now we'll place the bird in here. I rip the skin. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, so that's what she looks like in the pan. Oh, this should work out. All right, I need my hands quick wash here, and we'll get this in the oven. Should take. This is a 6-pound bird, so it should take about 220, but 2 hours and 30 minutes at 325. So I'm gonna wash my hands up here. All right, I got my hands cleaned here. I'll show you the duck here. It's in the oven, and it's going to be there for 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I've got a timer set here for every 20 minutes, well 14 minutes because I just finished screwing with the pivot heads for the last 5 minutes, it'll go off and then we'll flip the duck and I'll give you a shot. Alright, another 20 minutes. So far it looks like my splatter problem is seriously cut back. This bird is actually really lean, not a lot of fat in the bottom. Oh, it's looking good. Right on. Actually, that deeper roasting pan's really doing the trick. A lot less splatter coming off. All right, 38 minutes to go. And the splatter is seriously cut down with the high sides on this pot. Oh, she's looking good. Oh, this is going to be so tasty. All right, this is the last flip. It was 2 hours and 30 minutes, not 2:20 that I originally said. I said the wrong number, but I put it in for 2:30 because it's a 6-pound bird. Oh, it's looking good. It actually might need a little bit longer, actually. It might be because the higher sides on the roast pan, not enough air is getting around it to make the skin crispy. That's the only thing I could think of. All right, people, we're 1 minute away. Well, we're technically done, actually. But I screwed up on the timer, but it's over. It's done. Get back, Doug. Get back. Doug's got his nose right up here. He loves roasted duck. Oh, that looks good. Just look at that. Oh, it's done perfect. This bird is really lean, actually. I cannot believe how little fat is in the bottom of this pan. That's another reason why it's not splattering too bad, is the bird is super lean. Well, guys, I'm not going to share the eating process with you because, well, I'm a pig. And I'm going to just make a pig of myself here right now because I'm starved. Being outside off and on all day, and I've done a lot of running around, and it's time to gorge. Oh, that looks good.